Okay, a very, very good afternoon, sir. So, to begin with, can you tell me your good name and also about your startup? What is the mere concept behind it?
My name is Madhusoodhanan BC. I run a company called Believe Bereavement Technologies Private Limited. So this is more into funeral services, basically handling death. And currently we are pan India already. Our corporate office is in Bangalore, and majorly operate out of South India. And a few services like dead body transport is what we do pan India, and a couple of imports from US, Canada, UK, Russia, and Australia. We import a lot of dead bodies actually. So currently, what we do is we give end-to-end funeral services to uh, in many ways, many aspects. So one is when I mean end-to-end funeral services is like right from the death certificate from a doctor to the cremation. After the cremation, if there is a legal, what do you call ethical will transfer, and the next 12 months, whatever the rituals which has to be followed, all those things we do. And apart from that, we have something called as a specialized funeral services. In this specialized funeral services, basically what we do is, let's assume that one of your friend, mother, her last wish is to be cremated in Kashi, Varanasi, basically. So we take care of that entire project. So that event, we handle that in a very big way, basically. So we give a very big dignified farewell. Let's assume that your friend is in Chennai, and his mother has to be cremated in Kashi. We transport the dead body from Chennai to Kashi with all the legal thing, and then there we arrange the entire funeral services, like right from the priest, the hotel booking, the air tickets, and in fact the sightseeing also after the thing, Asti Visarjan, the short services, and if they want to stay back for 12, 13 days in the Kashi Mat and all the stuff, so those things also we arrange. So these are certain specialized funeral services that we do. Apart from that, we also help you in obituaries, like posting on newspapers, and a couple of things that if it is required, like legacy thought process, everything. So we curate those things for you actually. So we are like a one-stop solution provider for funeral services. Currently, if you see all India, you don't find our kind of a company. So, what happens is either you will find a ambulance company or a dead body transport company who will just transport the body from one place to other, and he will probably arrange a priest and forget it. But we don't do that actually. We handhold from the time of event till the time that they want to us. They want in whatever way actually. So we do that particular services and support. And in fact, I started this last year, somewhere in the month of September, October actually. So in fact, we are very profitable basically. And at the same time, the journey behind getting into this was amazing. I was on the deathbed for 60 to 65 days between April 25th to 5th of July. And I was lost. My cognitive thinking was bad. My father passed away due to corona, and uh, there was nobody when the cremation happened at the same time. In fact, I also got associated is one of the India's leading funeral services company. So things did not work out, and I thought I will do something noble. Left the apparel thinking altogether. But yes, after that, many things happened in a very bad way. But after that, this death journey has really taken me to the next level. Actually, thank you.
Uh, no, no. First of all, condolences for your, father. May he rest in peace. Actually, yeah, this is a very, unique thing that I've come across. I've been interviewing a lot of people, a lot of startups. So this is the first startup, this it's quite unique for me to even, listen this. So since, as we know, death is a very, very sensitive part. It's a very sensitive journey for every family member that is going through. So, since you are, you will be handling like from the start to the end, as you said, what are the consequences that you face, during this time? Because I guess, at this time, everyone is very, very, very sensitive and upset. So, a lot of, I guess there's a lot of consequences that would come up and barriers, that you would have to face. So, if you have to give a brief about it, what are the consequences do you face as a startup?
So, good question basically. In fact, not many ask this question. The thing is, handling grief is not an easy thing, right? And speaking the language of the customer is very difficult. But having said that, you understand, right? You've already gone through it. You have understood what the death journey is all about and all the stuff. And being empathetic is the key. And the last thing that I want to tell is, customers come in the form of God and sometimes dog. So for us, we treat them both we with equal respect, and we understand the sensitivity behind that thing. And there's a lot of misunderstanding also at the same time that do we have to pay money and all that stuff. I want to make one thing clear to the customers and the clients who come and prevail the funeral services, that the services doesn't come free of cost, and there is everything, there is a cost attached to it actually. And even if you go to a foundation company who they offer you free services, but I want to tell you that even there they incur the same amount of money which we incur actually. There a group of crowdfunding happens, here you are paying for your own funeral services, which is a good thing to be done. Unless and until you don't have money or anything like that, we can figure it out. We can figure a way. But mostly, let's think that this is a noble services. Don't let's not look at a commercial angle actually. Coming to the sentiments of a customer, it's very tough to handle at that point of a situation. I'm telling you. In fact, yesterday I had one 17-year-old boy passed away, and he is 6 feet tall. Okay, heart attack basically, and it was not easy for the parents. And the entire parent, the entire relative was crying, howling at each other, and they were not able to console themselves actually. So we handled that also. We spoke to them. We told, don't worry about anything about the documentation, the funeral services process. We will take care of it. You just focus on the rituals and give a dignified farewell for whatever. So this is how we handled. I'll give you a worst scenario actually. In fact, we had got one customer who asked for us an ambulance actually. So we didn't realize the cost that I mentioned was 2,900. So he felt the cost is very high. It is 6 kilometers. Why are you charging thing? So I was a little bit confused to respond to him because it's not a taxi service that we do, and it cannot be calculated per kilometer actually. So there are people attached to it. There is a certain amount of waiting period and all that stuff, and somebody has to lift the dead body where he is not related. So there's a cost to it which comes to it. And if you also understand, because of Corona, there are many things which are happening, and they're also directly so there is a big risk for everybody for that matter. So this kind of services will have a certain cost attached to it, and I think everybody should respect what we do, and don't look at the cost at the time of the funeral services. There are many other times which you can look at it, but these are very decently charged. I think they should just go with that concept, and end of the day, you need to focus on giving a dignified farewell, but not thinking about the money actually. That's the whole thinking, yeah.
Thank you so much. You gave a very nice elaboration about the whole concept, and it's great, that you're dealing, end-to-end services at a moment of grief when people are not able to handle themselves. So there, where you guys come in, and you do the whole process. So it was amazing talking to you, and I wish you all the very best for the startup. And I hope you grow in prospective terms. Thank you so much. It was lovely interviewing you. Have an amazing evening ahead.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.